In this video, I would like to introduce you to an important concept in business na natutunan ko from farming. It is called the 8 forms of capital. If you will ask people today, ano ang mga importanteng bagay na dapat meron ng isang tao para makapagsimula ng negosyo, most people will say 2 things: knowledge and financial capital. Knowledge is acquired in school, and that's the reason why education is very, very important to people. Ngayon marami ang nagte-take up ng BS Entrepreneurship kasi gusto talaga nilang magnegosyo. They are hoping that by acquiring knowledge in school, they will become successful pag nagnegosyo na sila. Pero bakit ganon? Marami akong kilalang graduate sa BS Entrepreneurship sa mga malalaking eskwelahan. And yet when they started their business, nag-fail. They lost the money of their parents. Bakit? Bakit ito nangyari? I believe the reason why nangyayari ito is because most of the teachers of entrepreneurship in school do not have their own businesses. Many of these people pa are retired corporate people. Alam mo, I discovered na ibang-iba ang mundo ng corporate man sa mga entrepreneurs, and many times hindi pwede i-apply yung ginagawa mo sa isang korporasyon sa entrepreneurial venture. What do I mean? Let me give you an example. In a corporation, you can take great risks. Kasi pag nagkamali ka, sino nawawala ng pera? Yung kumpanya. When you are an entrepreneur, pag nagkamali ka, ikaw nawawala ng pera. Big corporations that owns a lot of asset can leverage on this asset and borrow against it. So sa eskwela, tuturuan ka, leverage, use other people's money. Wala ka pa namang asset, di ba? So nagsimula ka ng negosyo nang may utang kagad. Na hindi ka pa nga kumikita, you're starting at a negative. Minsan pa may mga entrepreneur na papayag 3% or 5% a month na interest sa inutang nila. Hindi na naintindihan. Walang negosyong kikita ng 30 to 50% in a year. Because yun ang ibig sabihin, when you make a loan na 3% ang interest a month, that means ang interest pa lang 36%. Walang negosyong kikita ng ganon, kaya lugi kagad. And then tuturuan pa tayo ng mga business experts about taking great financial risks. In fact, if you check the definition of entrepreneurship in the Oxford Dictionary, the definition says entrepreneurship is the willingness to set up a business and take financial risk in order to profit. And furthermore, some experts will say, the greater the risk, the greater the gain. Hindi nila kinumpleto yung prinsipyo. And this is the reason why many people are hurting today. Kasi ang totoong prinsipyo, the greater the risk, the greater the gain, the greater the chances of losing your money. Friends, if entrepreneurship is about taking financial risk, I am not an entrepreneur. Kasi nung nagsimula naman kami, wala naman kaming enough na pera para palakihin yung negosyo. In fact, kaya nga yung una naming bahay, di ba, container van. And in the first 4 years of doing business, we were really struggling. Yung alam ko ng mga prinsipyo na ginagamit ko noon in the corporate world sa HP were not working for me when I became an entrepreneur. However, by God's grace, we were able to figure out things and make it work. A few years ago, naintindihan ko how we succeeded despite the fact na kulang kami ng pera and hindi ako farmer. When I was introduced to the idea of the 8 forms of capital. The 8 forms of capital is a permaculture concept. At sinasabi doon, for a farm to succeed, it needs 8 forms of capital. This will be financial capital, material capital, intellectual capital, moral capital, physical capital, cultural capital, social capital, and experiential capital. And you will find that many of these capital are not things you can buy. The only things na kailangan ng pera dun sa 8 forms of capital are financial and then raw material. The rest must be developed over time. What do I mean? Can you go to a store tapos sabihin nyo, Manong, pabili nga ako ng 20 pesos na kaalaman dyan, intellectual capital. Nagpo-farming ho ako eh. Gusto ko maintindihan paano magtanim ng kamatis. Pwede ho ba bilhin yun? Uy, hindi ha. Pinag-aaralan yon. And then, importante sa isang negosyo, experiential capital. Meaning yung mga natutunan mo sa mga failures mo. Importante sa negosyo na meron kang merkadong bibilhan. Kaya you need to also develop social capital, moral capitals, your values. Can you buy them? No. In fact, you will find that most of the capitals you need in business are things you develop over time. So therefore, time. Time is a ninth capital. Karamihan ng taong nagnenegosyo nagmamadali. Akala nila nabibili lahat ng mga bagay na kailangan nila. And in fact, nakita ko na merong mga tao, they will buy knowledge by hiring consultants. Ang masakit lang doon, pag umalis yung consultant, dala-dala niya yung knowledge ng kumpanya mo. And I will discuss this in another video in the future. Friends, hindi pera at saka knowledge lang ang kailangan to start a business. You need 8 forms of capital. So therefore, wherever you are today, you are already developing the capital you need. What do I mean? You are still an employee. As an employee, you will have to learn from your trials. Your trials with your boss, your trials with your peers, yung mga tao nagpapalabas ng masama mong ugali. Why should you learn from them? Because you're developing moral capital. You should also develop a lot of friends, connections, because you will need them in succeeding in business. Sana you are enjoying the first part of the video. Before we go to the remainder of the video, I'd like to ask you sana a small favor. Alam mo ako, I wish I could help more Filipinos become fruitful, and this is the reason why I share the things I've learned in life. Will you help me help other people by subscribing to the channel? Kasi as the subscription of a channel grows, YouTube tends to share this with more people. Tulungan mo ako matulungan ng lahat ng Pilipino maging fruitful. You should also develop a lot of friends, connections, because you will need them in succeeding in business. Many years ago, I have this friend who was the head of purchasing in their company. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, Dong, gusto ko na magsimula ng negosyo. I don't know where to start. Wala akong pera. So I asked again, what do you have? Sabi niya, wala akong pera. Sabi ko, ang dami mong kilalang supplier, ang dami mong kilala sa industry. Is that not your capital, your social capital? You can ask one of them to give you products to sell. And since you know many people in the industry, you know where to sell this product. Is that not capital? And unfortunately, many of us are limited by what so-called business experts tell us. Friends, wherever you are today, you must develop the capitals you need already when you decide to have a business of your own. Now, if you are in the business of your own already, I need you to be conscious of those things. You need social capital, so you need to build a network of friends. You need moral capital, the proper character to be able to serve your customers and grow your money. Physical capital, you need to take care of your health para hindi maubos yung kita mo sa gamot. You will need to also develop cultural capital, understanding of the dynamics of the people in your community. You need experiential capital. Whatever problem you are going through is an opportunity to learn, to become better. And dapat hindi siya tinatapon. Dapat din ang problema, hindi tinataguan. Knowledge. You need to continue to study. Today in our farm, we build our own raw material para hindi ako mapagastos. Para konti lang ang perang kailangan para pagandahin ang negosyo. Sana nakatulong ito sa iyo. Sana naintindihan mo na hindi lang pera at education ang kailangan natin sa pagnenegosyo. Marami tayong kailangan ng mga bagay na hindi natin pwede bilhin. But kailangan natin i-develop over time. Nakatulong ba itong video na to sa iyo? Sana. Sana nakatulong ito. Pag nakatulong siya, will you share this to friends and family? tulungan din natin sila. But if you can also do me a favor, ako may dream ako. I wish I can help all Filipinos live fruitful lives. But I need to find a way to bring this information or this learning to them. So will you subscribe to this channel? Will you press the like button so that the algorithm of YouTube can share this to more people, to all Filipinos? I will see you in the next video. But for the meantime, may God bless you.